O Diyos aming Ama, ang lahat ng nilalang ay marapat na sumamba sa iyo. Higit sa iyong mga biyaya, sinasamba ka namin dahil ikaw ay ikaw. Lumalapit kami sa iyo, dakilang tagapaglikha, nagsusumamo at humihingi ng kapatawaran. Kami ay nagkulang at nagkasala. Patawarin mo kami sa katigasan ng aming mga puso. Turuan mo kami at dalhin sa inyong kalooban. Tingnan mo kami ng may awa at kahabagan. Hilumin mo po ang aming bayan, ang aming mga mahal sa buhay, kaibigan, kapitbahay, karatig bayan, ganon din ang aming mga kaaway sa pandemyang kinahaharap namin sa COVID-19. Isama niyo na rin ang mga may sakit sa iba't ibang karamdaman. Panginoon, balutin mo kami ng inyong kaluwalhatian. Itago mo kami sa lilim ng inyong mga pakpak laban sa anumang kapahamakan o wala sa oras na kamatayan. Kristo, ang tinapay ng buhay, alalahanin niyo po ang mga namumuno sa aming bansa, ang mga ilaw at haligi ng bawat tahanan, at mga kawani na nagtatanggol sa aming seguridad at mga frontliners. Batid mo, Panginoon, ang mga dinaraanan at bawat ganap sa aming buhay. Espiritong Banal, aming tanggulan at gabay, imulat ang aming mga mata at ipakita si Jesus ang Panginoon at tagapagligtas, ang nag-iisang katotohanan at tanging daan tungo sa Ama. Wala nang iba. Purihin ka, o aming Diyos. Ang presensya mo ay tunay na biyaya ng aming buhay. Ito ang aming samot panalangin sa pangalan ni Jesus, Kordero ng Diyos na nag-aalis ng kasalanan ng mundo. Amen.
Walang kasing saya ang Paskong Pinoy. Dumaan man ang problema at pandemya, kayang-kayang lampasan basta't nagdadamayan at nagmamahalan.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Tuloy na tuloy pa rin ang Pasko dito sa V81 Radio Worldwide.
Ito ang paborito ng bawat Pilipino. Basta all hits, all Pinoy, panalo. Merong kwentong iyakan at tawanan. Kahit nasaan ka man, ito'y mapapakinggan.
The views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the program anchors and producers and do not necessarily reflect the policies and position of this station. Samahan na natin si Rachele Bonus at Raul Santos dito sa KPI, Kaunlaran at Pagbabago para sa inyo. Dito lang yan sa V81 Radio Worldwide.
And hello, good afternoon everybody, and good morning to all those who are not in the Philippines. We are nationwide, we are also global, and we are practically in all platforms that you could think of, thanks to our visionary founder, Rally Vargas, who is still a broadcaster himself, part of the Barangay LS. radio before. So now he's really passionate about this. We are in Amazon Fire TV app, Amazon Echo. You can just say Alexa, go to V81. Of course, we are in YouTube. There's a V81 channel. Just click subscribe so you can follow and you can be alerted of the other shows as they come, because we have the all types of shows, from alternative music. There's alternative music, there's entertainment, the OPM, and we have alternative health programs, just like 𝗠𝗿𝗶𝗱𝗲𝗹 Business, which is the Talk Shop Asia and Two for the Road, and a host of other. After Me is Making a Difference, which is the millennials' take on how they can make a difference. And speak of making a difference, that's what we aim for here in Kaunlaran at Pagbabago para sa inyo. We are covering newsworthy issues or newsworthy concerns that's not traditionally covered by your regular news daily. It's not just about COVID anymore, but on how to move forward and create change and progress. So speaking of change and progress, have you seen how impressive Quezon City Library is? So Miguel, we will show them. Miguel is, sana magpakita si Miguel kasi gwapo siya. We will show them how impressive the Quezon City Public Library is through the video, the virtual tour of the library, which is so impressive. I will tell you why I was just so blown away after the clip. So please stay on and find out how you can optimize the use of the library as Miguel is uploading the video. And you will see it's a new structure. You will see it's a new structure.
Welcome to the Quezon City Public Library. This is Paulo Dominic Daula. Without further ado, come on in to discover more about us. It may not look like it, but our library is huge. Our 3-story library houses over 15,000 books as its primary resources. Library is open from Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And we are the first public library in the Philippines to offer extended hours from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Perfect for you late night crammers. We also open 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. All services in the library are accessed using a library card, allowing you to check out fiction books, to print documents, and to access library carrels. If you are having difficulty with any of our services, our library staff are more than willing to assist you. If you are searching for a book but only know the author's name, you can use the open access catalog. This also works if you only know the title of the book, or even if you want to explore available books based on a specific subject. Just write down the details you found at the OPAC and give it to the librarian on duty to help you to find the book. Filipiniana, reference, rare book materials, and thesis collection complete our general collection. We also have Book Eye, which can be used to scan your materials. We also use it in digitizing our collection by uploading its scanned copies in QC Libros, a repository database developed by Quezon City Public Library. Our reading area can accommodate more than 50 clienteles. Newspapers, journals, magazines, press reader. You can enjoy reading all of it at the periodicals section's mini cafe. In this room, our puppeteers do their preparations, dubbing and rehearsing for their performances. This is also where they create and modify their puppets.
Hi, Sir Pao!
Hello, Chichay. Guys, I would like you to meet Chichay. She is one of the resident puppet of QCPL. Chichay, can you tell us more about children's?
Hello, I'm Chichay. Welcome to Children's Corner. You may visit us from Mondays to Fridays. We have storytelling and film showing every Tuesdays and puppet show videos every Thursdays. Our collection ranges from print and non-print materials. We also have a toy corner where children can play while learning.
Wow, that's nice, Chichay. I hope the kids will visit you soon. Thank you.
Bye-bye!
This is where you can get computer-related services. MISS also provides assistance on e-government services such as scheduling for NBI clearance, passport, PRC renewal, and many more. Technical services are the processing and maintenance activities of the library's collection. This includes identification, selection, acquisitions, organization, and preparation. Technical services also include maintenance of online catalogs, creation and maintenance of MARC records in the catalog, labeling, covering, security processing, and or distribution of materials. Publication Division takes charge in the publication of a quarterly newsletter of the QCPL named Quezonian Newsletter. It features the activities of the main library and its branch libraries for the information of the community. It has published its own publication named Milestones, Significant Events that Shape a Great City. Branch libraries are the extension arm of the QCPL in providing library services in the communities of Quezon City. It replicates the library services provided at the main library. Most of the branch libraries are located within the barangay hall premises. Books, equipments, and other library materials are provided by the QCPL, including library staff. Other barangays that have branch library in their jurisdiction usually assigns barangay staff. If there are available to assist the QCPL staff in the operations of the branch library, these barangay staff are trained by the QCPL in basic library operations for them to be capable in handling the library. Just like other conference room, we use it for our meetings. But what sets this 100 seating capacity room apart from the others is that we also use it as a venue for our values gathering. Not only that, even our beautiful mayor uses it for meetings. Law Research Section is an integral part of the QCPL that offers law books and other related literatures. It houses the official gazettes, Supreme Court annotated, including compilation of local and national administrative orders, executive orders, republic acts, ordinances, and resolutions. It also has CD collections like Lex Libris and the Westlaw Asia Philippines, which is the source of original decisions authorized by the Supreme Court of the Philippines. Studying is fun but can be tiring and starving. Don't worry, because our cafeteria is open for you anytime. Thank you for joining us on the tour. As much as we want to see you here, QCPL strictly follows quarantine protocols, but our drive to serve you will not be hindered even through this time of challenges. That being said, check our official Facebook page, Quezon City Public Library. Because as librarians, we believe that even in dark times, we must continue learning.
And we are back, so you have seen how impressively beautiful our new Quezon City Public Library. And did you know that there is even a Republic Act encouraging the establishment of libraries so that we can create the love for reading, which will lead to the love for lifelong learning. Makikita niyo po na sari-sari yung mga libro doon. It's very comparable to the public libraries that you would see abroad, because ito po is something really close to my heart, because ever since 2000, nung nanirahan po ako sa North America, I was just so impressed with the public libraries, because you can borrow just about anything, request for a new book, and if it's in another branch that's right far away from your town, you can request it to be delivered to your vicinity, the public library in your vicinity. You can even request for magazines. So I'm such a magazine hoarder, so I didn't even have to buy the magazines anymore, and you can borrow it out. Ngayon, mamaya malalaman natin kung ano ba yung benefits on being a Quezon City resident, on how to access the public library. And malalaman natin that there are interesting activities in the library, because I started asking questions sa ating guest of honor today, who is the Quezon City Public Library. For me, that's like royalty, the librarian. Malalaman natin how to get a public library card, paano makahiram, at saan ba talaga yung location nito, at saan pa yung ibang mga public library na pwedeng puntahan ng Quezon City residents. Makikita natin, kasi nung nagtanong ako sa kanya, pwede bang may storytelling activities? Pwede ba akong mag-volunteer to be a storyteller? Yung pala, ang dami ng activities, kasi in the States, nung kami nanirahan doon ng ating anak, we would always go to activities in the library, like craft making, which is tied up to the book that will be read on that particular afternoon. At may sari-sari silang calendar of activities. So we will show next kay Miguel pag ano yung next na video. Meron dong feedback, I wonder. Okay, so we'll show the
Isang magandang araw! Ako si Jinky ng Quezon City Public Library at ikikwento ko sa inyo ang kakaibang kalaban na hinaharap natin sa ngayon sa pangunguna ni Ate Rosalie.
Kakaibang kalaban, kwento ni 𝗠𝗔𝗥𝗜𝗖𝗎, ilustrasyon at layout ni Rems Miguel B. Castro.
Dati-rati, ginigising ako lagi ni nanay ng alas 6 ng umaga. Alas 8 kasi ang pasok ko sa eskwela. Ilang linggo na ako nagtataka kasi kung gisingin ako ni nanay ay alas 7 na. Wala namang bagyo at hindi rin masama ang panahon. Kaya mas lalo akong nagtaka kung bakit lagi kaming walang pasok. Pre-practice pa naman kami ni teacher ng kanta at sayaw para sa aming graduation sa daycare. Nandito rin si tatay, lagi sa bahay. Dati hindi ko siya naaabutan dahil namamasada siya ng jeep maaga pa lang. Nandito rin palagi sa bahay sina ate at si kuya. Hindi na rin sila pumapasok sa eskwela. Tinutulungan na lang nila si nanay sa mga gawaing bahay. Kaya isang araw, habang kami ay kumakain ng almusal, naisipan kong tanungin si nanay. Nanay, bakit hindi na po kami pumapasok nila ate at ni kuya sa eskwela? Bakit hindi na po namamasada si tatay? Malungkot na sumagot si nanay.
Bunso, mayroon kasing virus na kumakalat dito sa atin.
Hindi lang sa atin, kung hindi sa buong mundo. Hindi mapatay-patay ng mga eksperto, kaya hindi pa kayo makakapasok sa eskwela. At maging si tatay ay hindi pa rin nakakapasada.
Ano po yung virus? Tanong ko ulit kay nanay habang nagkakamot ng ulo. Si ate ang sumagot.
Bunso, yung virus hindi natin yun nakikita, kaya mahirap patayin. Kapag mahina ang immune system mo, maaari tayong mamatay. Nakakahawa ito kaya iminabuti ng ating pamahalaan na ikansila ang mga klase upang tayo ay maging ligtas sa virus na ito.
Ah, hindi nakikita? Kakaibang kalaban pala yan, kaya hindi mapatay agad. Bakit hindi po natin tawagin si Superman o kaya si Spider-Man? Sigurado ako, kaya nilang talunin ang kakaibang kalaban na iyon kasi may mga superpower sila. Sagot ko habang winawasiwas ang tinidor.
Anak, hindi kayang talunin ng mga superheroes ang kakaibang kalaban na iyon. Ang dapat natin gawin ay sumunod sa mga panukala ng pamahalaan. Ugaling magugas ng kamay at magdasal.
Sagot ni tatay habang humihigop ng kape. Ah, magdasal? Tama, magdasal. Sabi ni teacher, si Lord daw ay hindi natin nakikita pero dapat nating paniwalaan dahil siya ay mabuti. Tama, ang makakatalo sa kakaibang kalaban na hindi natin nakikita ay ang superhero rin na hindi natin nakikita. Sabi ko sa isip ko habang patuloy na winawasiwas ang tinidor.
Kaya lagi nating tatandaan na tayo ay magdasal at maniwala na tanging ang Diyos lang ang ating superhero na makakatalo sa ating di nakikitang kalaban. Para sa iba pang magandang stories at videos, please like and follow the Quezon City Public Library FB page. Hanggang sa muli!
And we are back. And as I've said, isn't it very impressive that they're pushing the envelope in terms of creating content, something that should be relatable to the children so that they would love and look forward to go to the library. Because after all, it was reported back in 2019, I think that was July, that we ranked the lowest among 79 countries and in terms of reading comprehension. And that's a serious issue because kung hindi tayo makakaintindi ng binabasa natin, paano tayo matututo? It all starts from reading. And the way to be able to do that is to make reading sexy or to make it friendly rather than yung hindi nakakaengganyo. Kasi dati meron tayong image na boring ang library. So with that, I'd like to call in our guest of honor. The queen for me is Miss Marisa Chico, who is the head of the Quezon City Public Library. And I'm so happy to see my best friend is watching all the way from Mountain View, where Google is, and her name is Leia Aragones. And my good friend Tonki Ramos is also watching again. Thank you very much. Of course, we'd like to say hi to Bong Rojas. He heads RCBC Savings. And JC, all the way from Japan, is also watching. JC Parenas, who's my favorite poster on Facebook, and Rina de Guzman. We'd love to feature, Rina, your artworks, because this woman has really changed herself 180 degrees from being a corporate woman. Now she's a fabulous artist commissioned for their for various artworks, mostly a lot of murals, I think. So if we could have Miss Marisa Chico, sabi niya, sana okay yung aking signal because bigla dong umulan sa Bulacan. As you know, a lot of people are working from home, and even the broadcast that we have is also from home. Okay. And here we are. Hi, Miss Marisa! Thank you very much sa pagpapaunlak sa amin na mag-ikwento nyo sa amin ang Quezon City Public Library.
Yes.
Kasi ang galing-galing.
Good afternoon to all the listeners and viewers nitong ating radio show, ang Kaunlaran at Pagbabago para sa inyo. Hi, hello sa ating mga viewers and listeners.
Yeah, so ma'am, ang purpose talaga namin is to be able to share information and activities that is not normally reported on traditional media or in our everyday news, which is syempre the breaking news, kung may lindol, kung may COVID, kung sino yung napatay. But kami, we want to spread good vibes so that other people would be inspired to do it and replicate it. So sa inyo ko po nalaman, which led me to keep reading, that there is a law that encourages. Can you tell us an overview of what RA 7743? Tama ba yung recollection ko?
Yes, there's a law mandating us to have or to establish a library. It's RA Republic Act 7743, which is an act providing for congressional, city, municipal, and barangay reading centers all throughout the country. Yun. So, doon tayo nakaangkla kung bakit meron tayo mga public libraries sa ating mga lungsod, munisipyo, or mga barangays. And for the case of Quezon City, hindi pa lang natin lahat na fill in yung lahat ng barangay reading centers, but we're trying na kasi out of 142 barangays ng Quezon City, we only have 18 branch libraries. So, a long way to go. Yeah.
Naku, siguro ma'am, isa sa librarian nyo to, si Anjo Isidro Manica, kasi nag-heart siya na and he loves the library. I think it's a guy. He loves the library. So, you've been with the library 1999. Ganito na ba ka-exciting? Bakit kaya hindi ko alam? Because otherwise, I would have easily volunteered. And then, ang nakita ko dati, Cubao supposedly has a good library. Pero, papakita natin yung slides. Pakisabi ho sa amin kung nasan exactly yan. Meron yung first slide ho, papakita natin yung facade ng inyong library.
Yes.
Yan, makikita na natin. Yan, katulad niyan. Saan ito?
That was our main library located sa City Hall Complex. So,
Okay.
within City Hall Complex, it's a kalilipat lang namin dyan last February 2017. Yan.
Okay.
So, yan yung ating bagong, yan ang main library natin.
Ang main library. So,
Yes.
tapos yung next slide makikita natin, we are entering the library kasi kanina medyo pahapyaw eh. So now, since 2017, makikita natin that there were 87,000 member library users. Paano ba magiging user? Paano ba magkakaroon ng library card ang Quezon City resident? Anong kailangan ipakita? Meron bang particular age? And then kung bata, kasama ba dapat ang mommy? Or kung sino?
Yes. Actually, Miss Rachel, our public library is open to all, to the general public.
Okay.
Yun. But we only issue library card to all Quezon City residents only. Yun. But the general public can come and use our public library. Yun.
Paano ko mapapatunayan na Quezon City resident ako? Although I do have a government-issued Quezon City address because I grew up in Quezon City. So
Yes, we require the applicant for library card a barangay clearance. and an official ID. So, kaya yun yung way natin para or proof na siya ay Quezon City resident.
So,
But kahit hindi naman, ayun nga, as I've said earlier, kasi yung ating library card, we issued them dun sa ating mga, for those who want to borrow our pocket books, avail yung other services natin like, yun nga, yung para makahiram sila ng mga library materials natin. Particularly pocket books.
Pocket books kasi fiction. What you lent out are the fiction materials. Tapos yan, kasi when ano po ako, tambayan ko ang library dati nung naninirahan ako sa ibang lugar. Ang ginagawa ko, nagre-request pa ako, kunyari may bago. Tapos instead, lalo na pag new release sa bookstore ay mas mahal. Kasi ang una nilang i-release, yung hardbound eh. Is that something that, gaano ho ba ka-updated ang inyong listing, ang inyong collection?
As much as possible, we try to update yearly our collections kasi we're very fortunate naman to have allotted a yearly budget for books, for the purchase of books naman. And yun nga, napaka-supportive naman ng ating city government for that.
Yes, because si Miss Ali, the head of educational affairs ng Quezon City, at ang napansin ko ay magaganda kayo sa Quezon City kasi rin entertainment center ngayon. Si Miss Ali is really pretty. I didn't even expect she has 2 kids already. But anyway, she emphasized that the number 4 of the 14-point agenda of Mayora Joy is provide quality education. And then that's when she mentioned na napaka-impressive ng quality ng library ngayon, if I've seen it. And, I was taken aback kasi hindi ko pa siya nakita. So, paano nyo po naiengganyo yung mga tao? Katulad nitong si Ben Baginang Ferreras na nagpapa-shoutout kasi galing raw siya sa taga-SK Barangay Rojas Council siya. And maya-maya tatawagin na natin ang ating SK Council Chair from Barangay Rojas. But anyway, ma, paano ho ba na-encourage yung mga tao na pumunta ng library?
Yes, Ms. Rachel, we did a lot of promotional activity just to let the public know that we have these services sa ating mga public libraries. We do storytelling, film showing, puppet shows, yan. So para maengganyo natin sila na magpunta sa ating mga public libraries. And we usually tied up partnerships sa ating mga public schools para mahikayat din ang ating mga public school students na after school to go to our nearest mga public libraries. At sa mga communities din. And then like for example, yun, sa mga SK, we ask help for them na i-promote sa ating mga kabataan ang paggamit ng ating mga pampublikong aklatan. And also through our social media. Yan.
Yes, ang ganda ng social media nyo and very active. Please go and like Quezon City Public Library na Facebook because to find out all the activities. Kasi aside from storytelling, you even have online like Zoom activities. And there's meron pang ang clip explaining what is Zoom all about. So it really tries to be as understandable to the youth, to our little kids talaga. Because we really have to start hooking them into the library. Because later on, katulad ng anak ko po, digital na siya ngayon. But it's still all about reading. And kayo ho ba digital na din? Aside from the catalog, which I'm very happy.
Unti-unti naman po nating going to that. Kasi we have various collections na rin na we've turned into digitized materials or digitized copies. Like for example, yung ating mga local history materials, yung ating mga rare book collection. So, going into that na po yung ating public library, yung digitization ng ating mga library materials.
So, two things that caught my attention when you said that, yes, fortunately, we have been given budget to update our book collection. Is that something that should be distributed to all the 23 other branches?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Opo. Kasi it's a centralized ano po kasi. So sa main library lahat ang processing, yung purchase and pagkakatalog and classify ng mga books, and then from main library we allocate them to our branch or mga barangay libraries. Yun.
And then, how many books per branch ang allowed?
Depende kasi sa
given.
Yes, oo. Kumbaga kung ano yung need ng particular branch libraries na yun. Kasi actually, hindi pare-pareho yung ating, kumbaga yung client or yung
client base,
yung
population.
Focus, yes, o yung focus ng certain branch libraries. Meron kasi tayong mga branch libraries na focus more on children. So, kaya more on children's books ang ating mga pinadadala sa kanila. And then may mga branch libraries naman tayo na situated sa isang mga high school or malapit sa public school, high school na ano. So, more on mga high school books naman yung ano. So, depende sa focus ng community. Yun.
And you mentioned during our pre-production that, or pre-broadcast, na one of the SKs you closely collaborate with is Barangay Rojas. And
Yes.
so we'd like to call in our SK Council Chair ng Barangay Rojas because very active at isa pang cute din. Sabi ko nga kanina nakamask siya, so tinanggal na niya. If we could call in Miss Maridel, yeah, there we go, Juriza. Kung ano yung yung camera please, paki-on para makita nila na totoo ang sinasabi ko. Okay, ang hawak po niya ay hindi lipstick, kundi ang kanyang mic para marinig siya. Alright, so ano ba yung naging collaboration nyo? Sabi kanina nahirapan pa akong marinig kanina si ma'am. Sabi niya it's gala. Sabi ko gala, yung pala parang roving. Nakapunta ba ang roving sa Barangay Rojas?
Yes po ma'am. Actually po, tinay up po sa amin ng Public Library Rojas Branch. Nagkaroon po kami ng aklatang gala na nakatulong naman po sa mga kabataan.
Aklatang gala. So parang
Yes,
parang gumimik yung mga libro natin. So, Miguel, can we show more of the photos, please, para ma-explain sa atin ni ma'am? Kasi ano ba yung difference ng users and patrons who access the digital subscription? Ano ho ba yung digital subscription nyo? I think it's the slide before that, Miguel. Merong numbers, ayan. Total number of patrons who access the database subscription. What kind of database subscriptions do you have, ma'am?
Yes, actually it's yung tie-up or ng National Library sa amin. Parang we were given access to these databases ng National Library of the Philippines, parang additional collection siya, electronic resources natin na wherein parang to support yung ating mga physical books, book collection. They are compilation of mga e-books, mga electronic books na.
Oh, wow!
Yes, opo.
So,
yun, yung yes.
Is that something accessible?
Unfortunately, Miss Rachel, it's accessible muna sa ating main library. Kasi we have this, we have to fix first our internet connection sa ating mga branch libraries as well as our main library bago natin siya maibaba din sa ating mga branch library. So for now, these databases can be accessed only sa ating main library muna. Yan.
So ano ho bang ang patrons, meaning sila yung library card holders?
Not really. They are all our library users. Yes.
Okay, because meron yung total number of patrons served na 22,994, and then meron tayong total number of library users or visitors. So merong difference na mga 1,000 to 1,000 lang. 1,870.
Yeah, I think siguro, yun, medyo na ano lang din ako. Baka these numbers are yung total number of library card holders who use our services. And then yung the other figure is yung the general public who access yes, our collection.
Okay. Workforce development services. Ano naman yung workforce development services? Katulad ba ng mga SK, pwede silang pumunta dyan dahil working usually, they're in college. Si ano ba, Maridel, tapos na siya, di ba? Anong naging kurso mo, Maridel?
Marketing management.
Marketing management. Saan ka nag-aral na nga?
Sa Trinity University of Asia po.
Saan yun? I'm sorry?
Sa Trinity University.
Sa Trinity. Yes, University of Asia. Yes. Kasi Asia na siya, di ba? Pang-Asia na siya, di ba? So, yun, is this nagpunta na ba kayo? Is there a project na, kunyari, parang town hall meeting among SK Council Chair na nasa library para ma-encourage yung inyong relation?
As of now po, ma'am, actually nasa balak po namin yun ng SK Council ko po na mag-visit nga po sa library. Kaso nga po, nagkaroon po ng pandemic, naging busy din po kami. Nag-focus po kasi kami ngayon sa mga activities ng SK. Pero dito naman po sa branch naman po ng Raha, syempre, binivisit din naman po namin and kinakamusta din po namin yung mga librarian po dito.
So, bukas na ba sa Barangay Rojas yung public library?
Yes po.
Bukas na.
Actually,
pwede na
yes, if I may answer po, Ms. Rachel, in behalf of...
Yes, please.
All our branch, since this pandemic po kasi, and there is a guidelines that from IATF that libraries are not allowed to operate at this time. But we made sure naman na kahit pandemic, nabibisita pa rin ng ating mga branch librarians or mga staff, yung ating mga branch libraries. And so, kahit paano naman, bukas din ang ating mga pampublikong aklatan. It so happen, hindi pa lang kami nag-accept ng mga clients kasi nga,
yes,
we're not allowed to operate pa yun. So,
okay. So, tingnan pa natin, Miguel, kung ano yung ibang itsura. Because for everyone's information, we lifted this from the FB page of Quezon City Public Library. Katulad dito, it's a puppet storytelling session, di ba po?
Yes.
Yes, and then next, it's very active already, very engaged yung mga activities. Tapos ang daming libro. Are these donations? Are you allowed to have activities that can solicit? Like ang daming tao, like for us ng anak ko, every year we have to purge kumbaga yung mga, pero syempre puro fiction yung sa amin. I have some na hindi fiction, but is that something that you do?
Yes, Ms. Rachel. Actually, we have 3 modes of acquisition sa ating pag-acquire ng mga collections. First is yung from our city budget, yung we purchase based on our budget. The second is from allocation from the National Library. Since we are an affiliate of the National Library, so we receive yearly allocation, book allocation from them. And then thirdly, yun nga, yung kahit paano nagsusolicit pa rin naman kami kahit na napaka-supportive ng ating city government sa pag-provide ng budget for us, is we ought to be resourceful pa rin kasi we have 18 branch libraries na kailangan nating suportahan, and then not only that, nakilala din kasi ang ating public library in doing outreach services, and one of its outreach services is the Share a Book program, wherein we donate books not necessarily within Quezon City only, but to all or to some municipalities and kung sino yung mga nangangailangan. So kaya ine-enhance pa rin, or if I may say, yung parang ini-strengthen pa rin natin yung ating pagsusolicit din sa mga NGOs or good donors ng mga pagdating sa libro.
Yes. Ang Instituto Cervantes, it's the Spanish entity here in Makati. They have this book date. So you can exchange your books kasi kunyari natapos mo na, 3 beses mo na binasa, you can exchange books. So it's like an activity for them to encourage people to donate and to encourage people to socialize and be able to read at the same time. Do you have out-of-the-box activities like that, maliban dun sa mga outreach programs na aklatang gala, tama ba?
Yes.
Aklatang gala. Yes.
Yes, Ms. Rachel, actually, we have this, to encourage book donation din, we have this program on yung Little Free Library. Na wherein it's a parang bird cage lang siya, na i-situate namin sa isang public area, pero we assign steward, o yung parang magbabantay kahit papaano doon sa Little Free Library na yon. Kasi yung concept nun is read a book, return a book. Na kasi nga, it's a free. Pwede mong basahin, pwede mo na minsan niya, pwedeng kunin. Pero ang hopefully is mapalitan siya, yung ma-replenish din. So, isa yon, isang out of the box, siya. Yung concept na yon, it's yung parang binabasa amin ng isang American,
yes.
May he rest in peace, si Mr. Tadbol. Binaba niya yung programa na yun dito sa Pilipinas, and we are one who implemented his program.
Yes.
So yun.
Okay. So in fact, ginagawa yan sa New York Public Library. Like, kung yung mga feeling nila na, we can let go of those books already. Kasi matagal na yung book, kunyari 30 years, and then there are different types of books. Anyone can choose and just get it. It's just to encourage the toddlers, yung maliliit na mga hanggang 3, to have a feel of the book. So sila Madel, sabi ni Pauline, hello daw, Pauline Bandayrel, ang ating SK from Barangay Kalusugan, correct? And then si Mary Clay Valenzuela, go SK Barangay Rojas daw. So ano naman yung naging activities natin habang ipapakita rin ulit ni Miguel yung more pictures of the Quezon City Public Library. Ayan. Ano ba tong mga Emerald Insight? Ayang OPAC, I always saw that in your page, ma'am.
Yes, actually, yes, oo. Iyan yung binabanggit kanina doon sa statistics ng mga databases na pinrovide yung link sa atin ng National Library of the Philippines. So, it's a collection of mga e-books na pwedeng ma-access
Oh,
sa
e-books.
yes,
Okay.
pwedeng ma-access sa
Alright.
ating sa main library.
Ang New York Public Library ngayon, they have a collection that as a patron or a library card user, you can actually access it already and read. I don't know nga. Magkano pala ang overdue date ng Quezon City Public Library? Pag hindi mo nasole ng...
Actually, napakababa. It's
Which
1 peso per day.
Uy, mahal na rin yun ha. Kasi ako, tumatagal ako ng 3 weeks minsan dati. Kaya lang kasi sa ibang bansa, you can borrow it 3 weeks at a time and 7 books at a time. Ilan bang pwedeng ilabas sa Quezon City Public Library?
In our case, we allowed up to 3 pocket books or yes, 3 pocket books.
Tapos yung next photo, makikita naman natin kung ano pa yung itsura. Katulad niya, napakadami. Ilang floors na nga po ang inyong Quezon City Public Library? Which is available to everyone.
Yes, it's a 3-story building, but yung pinaka-third floor, ano lang siya, open space.
Okay, so parang study area kasi meron pang isa study nook. Like, parang comparable na siya. Because I remember the Rizal Library and Ateneo, they have particular corners na merong lamp para you can just be on your own, walang dinistorbo. Sa next slide, Miguel, makikita natin. Ito, they can scan. They request a particular number of pages to be scanned from a book?
Yes.
Pwede ba yan? Ng publiko? Magkano po?
Pwede naman po. Actually, if hindi namin sila ma-charge, sinesave na lang namin sa kanilang USB.
USB.
Flash drive. Yes.
Flash drive. So that they can continue reading at home. And then, bakit may extended hours? Ngayong GCQ, modified GCQ, extended hours pa rin?
Unfortunately, yun nga, as I've said dun sa ating previous communication, yes, before pandemic, that was our schedule. But during the pandemic, medyo yun, hindi mo na kami allowed to offer overtime. Kaya siguro if ever na babalik na tayo sa new normal, is hanggang 5 o'clock muna uli siguro ang ating magiging service.
Alright, and then makikita natin, we'll just do a quick run through and then we'll stop Miguel. Ayan yung sinasabi kong study nook if you don't want na merong istorbo, maingay, iba kasi ginagawang tambayan. Meron pang lamp and then the next slide. Ayan. Ito, hindi yan for pictorial purposes. Talaga hubang may mga taong nagpupunta na ganyan?
Opo. Okay. Actually, before pandemic, talagang minsan standing ovation kami. Especially during Saturday, na doon sila talaga lahat nagpupuntahan since walang klase. Kaya ang puntahan talaga nila sa library.
Okay, and then next, makikita natin that, yan, talagang serious sila. Totoo pala yan, hindi lang pictorial purposes. And then the next, makikita pa natin. Ano naman yung archives and special corner? What is archived? What periodicals are we able to access it?
The special corner, kasi we have this yung mga women or God-related materials na i-group namin sa isang corner, kaya we called it special corner. Not only God-related materials, we have also yung mga materials or reading materials on PWDs. And like for example, we also have Chinese collection corner, American shelf corner. So kaya these are special corners na kahit paano, yung parang ginugroup lang muna natin lahat ng collection of the same category para sa pag-search ng ating mga clients is madali. Parang sa isang inquiry, o ma'am, saan po ba yung mga collection natin about PWD? So, madali na nilang mahahanap or ma-access. And sa archives naman, what we archives are those yung mga records ng ating city or yung mga souvenir programs, mga local history materials, yes. Yun yung mga ating mga in-archives.
Okay, so what is the plan for, well, we're up until next year, na-foresee na ano pa rin tayo, very strict. Well, we've been a little more lenient, pero ganito pa din, essentially. Kasi sa anak ko nga, they've announced already na even second sem will be online. Meron bang particular calendar na na-prepare na?
Actually, sa ngayon kasi, we follow yung mga localized guidelines na ini-issue ng ating city. So, kumbaga, dun muna kami nakabase. Parang we cannot just implement this and that without following yung localized guidelines na ini-issue ng city. So, since yun nga, dun sa localized guidelines ay hindi kami allowed to operate, but the staff continues to report naman sa office, is what we did is to enhance more yung ating mga online services, online activities through our Facebook page. Yun lang na sabi doon, opo, yung ating...
pero talagang bilibu ako the way you created content dun sa Facebook page, because it, even what we showed a while ago na very relatable for children. Yung it addresses kung ano man may fears, kung may anxiety sila about the unexplainable virus happening around, and why they're not allowed to really play outside, sa kalye. So, that's very good. So, speaking of kalye, and dahil ang ating SK, sila ay namamayagpag, babalikan ho natin kasi tatanungin pala natin. Last question, ma'am. Paano ba nag-volunteer? Sabi niyo merong expectation list. Parang merong memorandum of agreement ang pag-volunteer?
Actually, marami kasing gustong mag-volunteer sa library. Syempre, hindi naman, kumbaga, we don't want them to expect more, kaya kami nagkaroon ng MOA. Napaka-ano lang naman nung stipulation ng MOA, it's parang no employee-employer relationship, so para hindi rin mag-expect na may allowance or parang something like yung ganun lang naman. But for the part of QCPL is ang duty namin for them is to assign them yung mga pwede nilang mga maitulong sa amin, na like for example doing community outreach or nag-a-assist during our activities, ganyan. So, yun lang naman. And for the volunteer naman, yun nga, yung minsan may mga volunteer kasi na need lang daw nila for their
school units, credits.
Yes, kaya kumbaga, they were evaluated or they were rated based on their performance din, kung ano yung mga voluntary works or yung mga i-assign, kung nagagawa ba nila yung mga na-assign namin task sa kanila.
So you will accept someone like me para mag-volunteer, say, titingnan ko kung ano yung activities, and then kung magmamatch or kahit si Maridel, pwede naman kami mag-apply na mag-volunteer. And then pwede rin ba akong pumunta with kung ano yung i-donate kong books? Is that something that you'd accept? And then that's up to you kung pwede yung ipadala kung saan man. Pero at least I know it's going sa proper proper institution whose real core interest is to increase the number of books and the reading.
Yes, we do welcome such act of donating materials. Kasi nga, as I've said earlier, na marami din tayong pinagbibigyan talaga, pinagdadalhan ng ating mga nasusubisit na mga books.
Yes, because I found out before, like I would surf, tapos malalaman ko na merong mga institutions abroad that they're willing to send books. So we just have to arrange with them, and I'd be willing to connect you in that because talagang ito is very close to my heart, something I really enjoy. Just being in the library or being in the bookstore. Yan talaga yung tambayan namin mag-ina. And ang ganda din ng library ng Rojas, if we could show it. Kasi meron rin silang library users sa kanila SK ng Barangay Rojas, Miguel. Mapakita na natin. So kailan pa nasa Hasmin yung library, Maridel? Ayan si Maridel po. Ito was last year lang ba to?
Hindi po. Actually, ito pong picture na to, na nagkaroon po kami ng meeting with them, ay last year po yan. Nagkaroon din po kami ng mga activities po. And talagang binuhay din po, gusto namin na buhayin talaga na malaman ng mga kabataan na buhay ang library ng Barangay Rojas.
So, pinupuntahan ba naman nila? Kasi malapit yan sa parochial school, di ba? At
yes, malapit.
So, malapit din ba yan sa public school nyo?
Yes po, malapit din po siya sa public school, General Ross Elementary School, Barangay Hall, and Holy Family Parish. Halos malapit lang din po sila. And yes po, napupuntahan din po siya ng mga kabataan, lalo na ng mga elementary students. Kasi meron po silang mga activities na pinaprovide para po sa mga youth.
So kayo, ano yung naging tie-up niyo with the library? Nung nakipag-meeting kayo, sino yung ka-meeting niyo dyan? Sino yung, may librarian ba dyan? Sino yung lalaki?
Si Ma'am Rosalie. Yung isa po, yung lalaki ko nakasama ko, is SK Kadawad ko po yan, si Yonan po. Kami po yung nakikipag-usap kasama po ng SK Council po sa mga librarian. Yan po yung nag-start po yung nagkaroon po ng aklat ng dala. Yan po kami nag-start.
Okay. So, kailan pa nandyan yung library niyan? Maganda, mukhang bago eh. Kung makikita natin yung next slide for another angle na, ayan o. So, pati parang bagong pintura. Kailan pa ba yan?
2018 po.
2013?
18.
18. So 2 years pa lang. So, talagang maganda. So, meron bang computer na pwedeng mahiram ang ating mga kabataan dyan kung kailangan nila mag-research?
Yes po. Actually, nagpo-provide po sila ng computer tutorial. Nagtuturo din po sa ating public library and public staff po na nagtuturo po sila para sa mga kabataan na kung paano gumamit ng computer. Meron din po silang pinaprovide na printing para po sa mga kabataan.
So since kayo yung pinagpala, the more fortunate na meron, kasi 23 lang out of the 146, 40 something na barangay. So, katulad niyan, may film showing. Katulad sa tinatanong nga ni Pauline, hi Pauline again, ng Barangay Kalusugan. Sila Pauline ba, ang SK niya, pwedeng makipag-schedule na magkaroon ng activity sa Barangay Rojas na library?
Yes po ma'am, actually open naman po kami, lalo na po yung SK, para sa mga kapwa namin SK, nakalapit barangay po namin. Open po kami for activities, lalo na po na makakatulong po sa mga kabataan. Hindi lang po sa kabataan namin, kundi sa kabataan din po ng Kristong Hari.
Okay. So, ibig sabihin yan ba, pag lumapit sila, do they have to do it SK to SK or to the library? Kasi kanino bang under jurisdiction or under in terms of the command responsibility, si Barangay Rojas Library, sino dapat ang closely coordinate nila? Si Barangay Rojas or ang Quezon City Public Library?
Actually po, pwede pong coordination po, para po mas mapabilis at mapansin po sila. Actually, pwede po sila makipag-coordinate barangay to barangay, then yung barangay po ng Rojas makikipag-coordinate to library. Ganun po. Actually, ano naman po, ganun din naman po yung basis na ginagawa namin last year na nagkaroon po kami ng activity from library, nagkaroon po sila ng tie-up with the SK, nilapit po nila sa amin. Ganun po.
So yung mga activities na yan na nakalista, library services offered, storytelling, film showing, basic reading and writing tutorial, computer tutorial, and story with puppets. Is that something na kino-coordinate din sa Barangay SK? Para kayo rin, matulungan niyo po sila?
Opo, yes po. Actually, yun nga po, yung nagkaroon po kami ng aklatang dala. Isa po yun, kasama po yung storytelling with puppets po, na natuwa talaga yung mga kabataan, educate po yung outreach program. And for storytelling, film showing, and reading basic writing tutorial, and computer tutorial, actually hindi pa po kasi namin talaga natatry. Kasi po talagang ang balak namin ngayong taon na to, talagang nakafocus na po kami sa mga activities namin with the library and the other NGOs po, ganun po. And so ngayon po, na-try naman po namin yung ibang activities na ina-offer ng public library, ng Rojas branch po.
So you mentioned may computer tutorial, but ilan ba yung workstation sa Barangay Rojas Library?
Parang meron po silang five computers or na mapoprovide po para po sa mga kabataan na gusto matuto ng computer po.
Sa main Quezon City Public Library, Ma'am Marisa, ilan po yung
Yes, actually we have 10 computer for public use na pwede nilang magamit doon sa pag-research nila, ganyan.
Are you allowed, for example, kunyari humingi from the computer companies or computer resellers para ma-increase yung number ng computers? Kasi kunyari kung 87,000 divided by 2, 87,000 yung naging users niya in the past 3 years, 2017, yes. In the past 3 years, that's a lot. So,
actually, kaya lang naman kasi umabot ng ganun kalaki yung statistics kasi may duration kami ng paggamit. We allow a user to use our computer for an hour or 30 minutes only yata, and then parang to give others a chance din kasi kung siya na lang gagamit maghapon ng computer, na-lose naman yung chance ng iba na makagamit. Kaya umabot na yung ganun karami kasi may time limit kumbaga. Pero kung wala namang gagamit, he still can use the computer. Yun. Pero doon sa, yes, opo. Kung doon sa tanong niya na are we allowed to solicit din ng mga computers, yes naman, pero yun nga, fortunately din, provided din kasi siya ng city government natin, and yun lang, kung pag nagkulang siguro, yun, that's the time na talagang nagre-request din kami or nagsusolicit din kami from yung mga computer companies.
Okay. Kasi papakita naman natin dahil nandito si Mary Claire Valenzuela. Ano mo ba to? Kagawad mo ba? Ka-team mo ba to, Maridel? Si Mary?
Ano po, resident po ng aming barangay.
Okay. Sabi niya, go SK. So pakita natin kung ano pa yung ginawa ng ibang ng SK. Kasi nakita natin na meron kayong, ayan, kanina niyo yung binibigay?
Para po sa mga kabataan, actually po nung nag-start po talaga yung pandemic, nag-isip na po kami ng pwedeng makakatulong po sa mga kabataan ngayon. Eh, naisip po namin ang personal hygiene kit, lalo na po sa mga nagtatrabaho, since bawal pa lumabas yung mga estudyante and wala pong pasok noon. Ayan, binigay po namin yan. Kasi ang age bracket po na pasok sa SK is 15 to 30 years old. So, ayun po.
Again, anong ilang edad, please?
15 to 30 years old po.
Hanggang 30?
Opo.
So, pwede ka pa pala. You're 22 now. So, you have the whole 2 more terms. Pwede ka pa?
Yes po.
Oh, wow! So,
18 to 24 years old naman po para sa mga pwedeng tumakbo ng SK po.
yes. So, pwede pang tumakbo ulit at magserbisyo kasi you said very passionate ka. And I can tell naman kasi out of your free time, kasi yung susunod na slide, talaga kayo rin ba yung in charge mag-repack?
Yes po, kami din po.
Ayan, katulad niya, ano ba yung mga laman yan?
Ayan po, meron po kaming mga notebooks, crayons, ruler, coloring, and glue, tapos meron po kami Manila paper. Yeah, dyan po yung mga laman ng school supplies na pinamigay po namin. Last June lang dito. Kasi wala pa pong pasok na, hindi pa po siya talaga. Ngayon lang kasi kakastart ng school year ng mga bata. And yun po, binigay po namin yan na para makatulong din po sa kanila kahit po pandemic ngayon.
Okay. Tapos, kasi nung kausap namin si Miss Ali, Medalya last week, who is heading the Educational Affairs, namigay ang Quezon City LGU ng mga laptop or tablet, and may kasama ng load every month. So, kayo ba sa Barangay Rojas may mga nabigyan ng tablet?
Yes po, sa mga students po namin ng high school, meron po sila, dito kalapit lang po namin yung Manuel A. Rojas High School. Nabigyan po yung mga estudyante doon ng tablet. Nagagamit din po nila ngayon. Talagang malaking tulong po sa kanila na nabigyan po sila ng tablet.
Ako, thank you very much. Talagang nag-step up ang Quezon City kasi at the onset, syempre, kahit sabi ni Mr. Ricky Corpus, yung head ng inyong barangay relations and community development, ito sa challenge, syempre sa lahat naman, no? Pero di ba, ang Quezon City at the start talagang napupunterya Pero ngayon, kahit sa lowest na din ang Quezon City in terms of COVID infections, di ba? Totoo ba yun, Miss Marisa? You mentioned that.
Opo, actually last execo, nag-report po yung ating head ng CESU or yung City Epidemiological and Disease Unit na yung sila yung in charge kasi sa pag-monitor or the COVID cases. Out of the 17 NCR municipalities or cities pala, pangatlo tayo sa pinakahuli na cities within NCR. Kumbaga, bumaba yung ating case talaga.
Yes, and that's a very nice thing to hear because my friends from Quezon City ay nanonood. Si Rina de Guzman, hello. Si Val Palangka, may ka-birthday. Hello, yan. Bumababa na raw sa Quezon City so we can start getting together again. And then my friend from Mandaluyong, Tony Pio de Roda, we can start getting together again. Maybe we should head to Quezon City kasi yun na yung one of the lowest. Meron pa ba kayong infections active sa Barangay Rojas, Maridel?
Opo. Yes po, ma'am. Out of 200, nagkaroon na lang po kami ngayon 16 active cases. Napagaling na rin naman po sila.
So gumaling na? Zero na kayo?
Hindi po. Actually, pagaling na rin po. Nababawasan na rin po yung mga active cases dahil po hands-on talaga lahat po ng mga barangay officials, lahat po dito sa amin, na hands-on po sila na maprotektahan din po ang positive case and yung mga families and yung mga ibang sa community din po.
Ay, nako. That's what we want to share. The good vibes. Parang yung iba naman, tutularan nila. Hindi yung parang kung kailan lang nega, yun lang yung sinishare. So, right now, ano pa ba yung plano ng SK for from now until the end of the year?
Ayan, actually po, kakatapos lang po namin na distribution of school supplies.
Yes, ang ganda nga nung table.
Yes po. Ayun, isa rin po kasi sa mga proyekto ng SKI, nag-focus po sa education ng mga kabataan ngayon. Dahil new normal, nagbigay din po kami ng mga new normal kits para po sa kanila na makakatulong po. And alam naman po natin sa panahon ngayon, talagang maraming nawalan ng work, maraming talagang nangangailangan. Ganun po. Hindi lang naman po kami doon nag-focus. Meron pa po kami mga susunod na proyekto, nakafocus po kami sa Committee on Health. Meron po kami sa livelihood program na makakatulong din po sa out-of-school youth and solo parents na age bracket kasama po sa kabataan. And meron din po kami peace building and meron din po kami environment. Kasama po sa environment namin ang climate change, changing weather pa, kaya namimigay po kami dyan. Namimigay po kami ng mga umbrella, mga ganun. Raincoat, sa mga workers po natin na talagang makakatulong din sa kanila. And kasi ngayon, iba-iba po yung klima natin ngayon eh. Ayun po.
Okay, so yes, meron din.
Wala kami gender sensitivity. Meron po kami ngayon sa mental health awareness. Kasama din po yan sa proyekto ng SK. Kasi po sa panahon talaga ngayon, hindi naman natin masasabi na nasa bahay lang yung mga kabataan. Hindi natin niisip na iba, depression, diba po, marami na po kasing dumadaan, anxiety, marami na po eh. Kaya ngayon, nagpo-focus din po ang mga kabataan, lalo na po kami, leader ng kabataan, na matulungan mga kabataan sa mga ganyan ang kadaanan nila.
Yes, and that's something you can work together ng Quezon City Public Library, because if you go through the Quezon City Public Library Facebook page, meron sila on mental health, cybersecurity, understanding the pandemic, bakit bawal, because it's very important yung communication. Otherwise, puro nega lang. So, it would be good to tandem and be the model SK kasi mukha ka ng model eh. So tuloy-tuloyin mo na Miss Maridel ang inyong collaboration sa Quezon City Public Library. Kasi you're so lucky. Paano ba napili ang Rojas at saan pa ba yung iba para malaman ng iba na merong library? Ako kasi nalaman ko lang actually last 2 weeks ago. Uy, may public library pala dito sa Rojas. Samantalang when I was in college, dun po ako naninirahan. Hindi ko alam. Kailan pa ba nandiyan ang public library? Maridel.
Ko lang po, sorry po. Actually po, yung public library po pala, matagal na po siyang naitayo since nagkaroon po ng Barangay Rojas. Since 1950s po, meron na pong public library. So, lucky po talaga na meron na public library ang Barangay Rojas.
Okay, so is that something, I wonder kung napupuntahan yan even back in the 90s, ang public library sa Rojas. Kasi I've always been looking for public libraries na pwedeng hiraman, pwedeng tambayan. So, yung iba yung 22 other branches, nasan po yun, Miss Marisa?
Actually, correction po, Ma'am Rachel, sa ngayon po 18. 18 lang po. Yes, okay. 18 lang po. And one of our branch nga po, yung pinapanggit nyo, yung Barangay Rojas. Isa po yan sa mga oldest branch libraries namin. Since 1950s pa po yan. Talaga, isa sa oldest branch library namin ang Rojas. And we also have one in Cubao, yung sa may Lions. Yes, isa po sa maganda nating branch. We do have, kasi we have branch libraries within the 6 districts. So sa District 4, we have Rojas, Barangay Rojas, Barangay, yun yan sa Cubao. We have Barangay San Isidro Galas, Cruz Naligas Branch, Barangay Cruz Naligas Branch, and ano pa ba? Basta, each
Apat na
district,
yun. Cruz Naligas, Rojas, Cubao, meron lang Galas, hindi ko alam kung nasan yun. But it's okay.
Boundary ng Manila and Quezon City kasi na yun.
Akala ko Manila yun. May jeep kasi na doon.
Oo,
na
pero
galing
ayan.
Rojas. I see. And then, nasan yung iba? So, apat yun, and there are 8.
Yes.
Nasan yung
Sa
14?
District 1 naman, umpisa ako sa district, hindi ko kabisado kaya may kodigo ako. So,
Yes.
sa District 1 naman, we have Project 8, Project 7, Barangay Balingasa, Masambong, and Barangay Bagong Pag-asa. So, most of them are housed in Barangay Hall. Within the compound ng Barangay Hall. And then, sa District 2, we have Lupang Pangako, Payatas Branch, and we also have inside the Payatas landfill. But this branch is under renovation kasi medyo dilapidated na, so kailangan natin ipa-repair muna. So temporarily close yung ating Payatas landfill branch. And then under District 3, we have the Greater Project 4 branch, the Escopa 2 and Escopa 3, Barangay Escopa 2 and Barangay Escopa 3 branch libraries. And sa District 5, we have the Novaliches branch and Lagro branch. All of them mostly are situated near the barangay halls. Yan. And then, under naman sa District 6, we have 2 branch libraries there, the Barangay Pasong Tamo branch library and the Barangay Talipapa branch library. So, those are our 18 branch libraries within the 6 districts of Quezon City. Yan. So,
kailan yung, are there plans na maging online ang library ng Quezon City?
Actually, dito sa ating main, sinisimula natin na mag-provide ng mga online services, online activities. Ganun din naman, starting to replicate kung ano yung services natin sa main ay maibaba din natin sa ating mga branch libraries. So, unti-unti.
And then last question before we wrap up for both of you. So, kunyari yung the barangay library ng Rojas, kanino nila kinukuha yung budget nila? Is it from their barangay or from the Quezon City LGU?
Actually, Miss Rachel, ganito kasi yon. Yung Barangay Rojas is under our supervision. Yes, kasi under namin siya. Ang nangyayari kasi parang partnership yung nangyayari between the QCPL and the barangay. Nagkakaroon ng partnership lang yung in terms of support, kung ano yung pwedeng maitulong ng barangay sa ating mga branch libraries. Yon. Pero yung staff, yung collection, yung mga equipments, ang City Library ang nagpo-provide through our LGU fund. Ang barangay naman is nandyan for them to support us in terms of manpower kasi minsan understaff or kulang kami ng taong pwede i-deploy sa ating mga branch library. So that's where we seek the support of our barangay, and at the same time may mga support din tayong kailangan from them, like if our library is housed in the barangay hall mismo, siyempre yung security and yung minsan yung pagbayad din ng mga utilities, like water, electric, ganyan. So kahit paano, some of our barangay, yun yung ating hinihinging support. And yes, pero not all naman, kasi kahit paano yung iba naman nating mga branch libraries ay ang city pa rin yung shoulder ng mga expenses. But yun nga, in terms of staff, minsan may nagre-request kami sa kanila na kahit paano mag-deploy din ng tao sa library para makatulong din. So,
yeah. May malaki pa rin pala yung challenge, no, to move forward, because you mentioned about the budget, kung makakatulong yung barangay, that's something that you work on together. Manpower, kasi dapat para maging welcome, dapat laging may tao na magbabantay. Is that something na ma-accommodate at ma-manage or matitingnan to look into ng Barangay SK? Maridel?
Ma'am, sorry po.
Yung in terms of providing and sharing manpower, kasi syempre kabataan kayo, mas maganda sana na friendly yung nandun na nakabantay sa public library. Is that something na pwedeng i-coordinate ng SK with a public library in terms of manning?
Yun po, kung for volunteerism naman po, willing naman po ang SK na tumulong sa mga activities ng public library po natin. And kami rin po, kung may mga activities po kami, pwede rin po kami magkaroon ng coordination with the public library.
Okay. So, ayan. Tapos if you could cross-post your activities, because it will also increase the engagement, say, in Quezon City Rojas, Barangay Rojas, and the Quezon City Public Library, because we have to help each other na ma-promote yung literacy para rin maangat yung each barangay, because each barangay yan yung core administration natin, di ba? So, if we could increase the activities in each community, that would be good for everybody. Sabay-sabay tayo, not only heal as one, but rise as one. So, meron tayong last 2 photos, I remember, pinakita na namigay din kayo ng table, parang computer table. So, pag ganon, sino ba yung nagbigay nun? Binigay ba sa inyo diretso ni Quezon City? Or pati ba yung tablet? Paano ba pinamimigay yon? Miguel, if we could show please yung last photos. I think meron pa eh. Maganda yung mesa, di ba, Maridel?
Opo, yes po. Ano po siya, sakop po siya ng budget ng SK po. Kasama
talaga?
Kasama po siya sa education na yun po na isang focus po namin na mabigyan ng mga kabataan. Yung study table po kasi since marami din po ang kabataan na merong, siyempre iba po may laptop, may mga sariling cellphone, tapos nag-provide ang Quezon City ng tablets na makakatulong po sa kanila kasi hindi lang po siya table meron po siyang stand na meron po siyang maliit na ano doon. Para makakatulong po sa kanila na i-stand po nila yung tablet nila doon habang nakikinig po sila sa mga teachers nila. Ganun po. Malaking tulong din naman po sa kanila and very thankful din po yung mga parents ng yung mga magulang nila na nabigyan po sila kasi po ang pinapos po namin na mabigyan din is yung mga high school and college students. Yun po kasi sila po talaga yung mayroong mga tablet, sila po talaga yung gumagamit ng mga laptops, ganun po.
Okay. And then, anong klaseng books yung mention sa Barangay Rojas Library?
Yes. Ma'am?
Mas more for little children ba yung Barangay Rojas Library? Yes. Hindi siya
Opo. Actually, yung naikot po namin siya, ma'am, may more on for kids siya. Pero meron din naman po for adults. Meron din po sila, same lang din naman po sa public library. Meron po sila mga Filipiniana, meron po sila mga for news, meron po silang for kids, mga ganun po.
So if ever, kung magdo-donate ako, pwede bang diretso ko sa Barangay Rojas? Ma'am Marisa?
Yes, Miss Rachel. Pwede naman direct donation sa mga
Okay,
branch
book
libraries
donation.
natin. Yes,
Alright. So, if ever, sige, lalapit ako para we can create activities because this is really something that I enjoy and close to my heart. And we can create some activities also with the different barangays, and that's 146. Para rin mo, masama. Kasi you have to create your own budget. Katulad na laman ko through the show that ang SK pa lang, ganda ng training nyo because you have to defend. Nagdaan ka rin doon, nag-defend ng budget,
Yes po,
gumawa ng
ma'am.
kalendaryo. Yes,
Opo.
and
Actually, kakatapos lang po namin ngayon
budget
din po
deliberation.
Opo, talagang pinagdaanan po namin lahat yon. Hindi po madali sa amin bilang SK. Actually, last year po, ganun yung ginawa namin. Humarap po talaga kami sa mga konsuhal. Nagkaroon po kami ng mga kung paano po namin i-defend yung budget namin. And ganyan din po, ganun din po, kahit new normal, nire-revise din po namin ng maayos. Hindi lang siya kasi basta na may project Hindi po ganun eh. Talagang inaano nila kung paano mo maa-apply, kung ito ba yung mga kailangan ng kabataan. Yun po.
Nako, imagine you have years ahead of you and that's really something to your advantage to learn that. Sila Miss Marisa, ganyan din. Kayo yung gumagawa ng calendar and the corresponding budget and then you propose. Ganun din yon.
Yes, same thing. Pinopropose and then i-deliberate, justify it. So,
yes, and that's what we want to share, that things are happening sa sidelines. Kasi di ba yung iba parang puro bash, puro nega. When in fact, kung malalaman nyo lang kung gaano nagtatrabaho, even during the pandemic, lalo na ngayon, dati kasi sabi nila Pauline and then meron pa akong ibang naging SK na guest. Yung iba may impression na nagpapaliga lang si SK. When in fact, napaka-frontliner, sila yung frontliner, sila yung mas tagabigay kasi sila yung mas bata, tagabigay ng mga ayuda. Kasi syempre, mas bata, mas malakas, so mas energetic. So ang daming trabaho and then to come up with activities also. So with that, thank you very much. So again, please go to Quezon City Public Library Facebook page. Malalaman nyo, i-like and like their page para malaman nyo po kung ano yung mga activities. Especially for Quezon City residents, you will see kung ano yung available benefits that you can get and even suggest activities. Correct ho ba, Miss Marisa?
Yes, Miss Rachel. Oo.
And then, yes.
Can I just promote our upcoming webinar? This October 26, we have this webinar entitled The Rise of Cybercrime, Tips for Library Users, Librarians and Library Users. So, kasi sa ngayon, di ba, usong-uso yung mga cyberbullying, so we've invited the chief of the cybercrime division ng NBI to be our guest speaker. So, hope na maka-attend kayo ng aming webinar. Just look for our link doon sa aming Quezon City Public Library Facebook page. Naka-post siya doon. So, please support. And this October 29, October 30, I think. So, siguro, ko na lang, sorry, but I forgot the exact date. Kung October 29 or 30, we have this virtual launching ng aming latest publication kasi we are allowed to publish historical books about Quezon City. Yan. So, ang aming latest publication is yung history of Quezon City barangays, journey to early beginnings of barangays in Quezon City. So, we will virtually launch it this October 29. And please follow our Facebook page. Yon. And hopefully, after this pandemic, makontinue namin yung aming other mga physical services, outreach service, community service sa ating mga constituents, sa ating community. Kasi we kumbaga marami kaming in store na activities for you. If I may share then, Ms. Rachel, sorry.
Yes, please.
If I may share,
Yes,
kasi
please.
before pandemic, nakilala ang Quezon City Public Library in doing outstanding outreach services or outreach community activities. And in fact, we were awarded by the National Library of the Philippines
Congratulations.
in partnership with the Asia Foundation as Hall of Famer na sa Hall of Famer in as most outstanding public libraries that offer outreach service to the different sectors in the community. So, yun. Kaya hopefully, after this pandemic, matuloy-tuloy namin yung ganong serbisyo publiko sa ating mga mamamayan ng lungsod ng Quezon City. Yeah.
So, paano ho nangyari yun na yung National Library in partnership with the Asia Foundation? Only because I'm familiar. So, bakit the Asia Foundation?
Actually, they are also donating books sa ating National Library. Kumbaga yung mga books na nila in partnership sa National Library, dinodonate nila. And then the National Library naman, they're the one who allocates books for the other public libraries naman na affiliated sa kanila.
But hindi ba lahat ng LGU public libraries are affiliated with that?
Sad to say, hindi. Kaya nga, that's one of the program din ng ating National Library na or panawagan, kumbaga, ng National Library na i-affiliate nila sa kanila yung mga ating mga public libraries within sa mga municipio. Yes.
Yeah, so if we can be connected to the National Library, ma'am, through you so that we can help in their advocacy to encourage other LGUs, because that's surprising because it's a law, di ba, na to build libraries. Yun yung lagi namin sinasabi na ang daming batas na ang ganda pero it's not seeing the light of day kasi nga hirap sa implementation with all the challenges to implement. It requires money, budget to have a library. And so, all the way, by the way, hi to Tita Evelyn. She's watching all the way from Cebu. So, we will have to find out kung merong library sa Cebu. So,
meron.
Meron, di ba?
Yeah.
That's
the
good.
Cebu City Public Library. Kasi we have this, we also have this network or association ng mga public librarians wherein kaya nalalaman namin na in certain cities or municipalities ay merong public library kasi we do parang nagkakaroon kami ng yearly conference of public librarians. Kaya ayun. Kaya alam namin na meron.
I see. And parang more work needs to be done because there is a law and yet pa din, parang minuscule or ang konti pa din. And Quezon City is doing exemplary work, kahit ang Barangay Rojas. What's in store for the SK in the next coming months? Meron na bang pang Pasko? Syempre mga bata, di ba? Pasko is the highlight of the year. Maridel.
Yes po, meron din po kami mga naka-alat na activities. Siyempre, Pasko po, hindi naman po namin gagawin malungkot ang Pasko ng kabataan ng Barangay Rojas.
Yeah, sabi nga ng aming V81 station ID, magka-pandemya man, nandito pa din ang Pasko and we should learn to choose to be happy. And on that note, thank you very much sa inyong dalawa. If there's anything more, please, tawagan nyo kami. We are now friends. So, please tell us kung ano yung gusto nyo i-promote and we'll gladly do it. And you can even post it when we promote it, you can even post it in your respective social media accounts. So have a good weekend, ma'am. Thank you very much. This has been so informative. And Miss Maridel, thank you very much sa iyong passionate advocacy to work and give service sa inyong community. Malaki-laki yan.
Thank you so much po.
19,000 ang inyong population, di ba? At least. So that's a lot of work. And I think, ilan ba would you have the count kung ilan ang inyong kabataan?
Last po kasi nagkaroon po ng last 2018 po, yung nagkaroon po ng batahan. Meron po kami tali na almost 1,000 plus na 1,800.
10,000?
1,000 po. 1,000 po. For the voters lang po yun, ma'am. Hindi pa po kasama yung mga kabataan.
Yes,
Opo,
yes.
wala pa po.
Okay. All right. So, on that note, please continue to collaborate, please. Kasi talagang this is very important. Literacy, reading comprehension. We really have to uplift our children. And thank you very much for everybody. For those who are catching the tail end, if you want to know more about Quezon City Public Library, please head on to their Facebook page, the Quezon City Public Library, and to hear more about the news of Miss Mariza and Maridel, ang ating SK Council ng Barangay Rojas Chairperson, you can go to the V81 page para mapanood ulit sila, paulit-ulit. Also sa YouTube, the V81 channel. And if you want to just go straight to the episode sa KPI, Kaunlaran at Pagbabago para sa inyo, or the Rachele Bonus page. Thank you very much. We are also on Amazon Fire TV app. We have an Android and iOS app on for the V81 radio, and we have Amazon Echo. At marami pang ibang platform that I might be missing. So thank you very much. You can head on to those platforms if you want to hear more from Maridel and Miss Mariza, particularly about the public library. And on that note, thank you. Thank you very much sa inyong time and information that you shared. On that note, Miguel, thank you very much to our tech. And have a good weekend, everybody.
Stay safe, everyone.
And I'll be in touch, Ma'am Marisa, about the volunteering, about kay Sesu also, and National Library.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Have a good week. God bless and stay safe, everybody. Pandemic still here.
Everybody, yes.
Yes, okay. Bye!
Bye.
Ano na nga ba ang nangyayari sa Pinas? May pagbabago ba? Umuunlad ba tayo? Kausapin natin ang iba't ibang namumuno sa mga lokal na pamahalaan at national agencies na sumusuporta sa mga proyekto para sa kaunlaran. Libutin natin ang iba't ibang lugar sa Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao para malaman ang mga pagbabago at mga bagong destinasyon. Kilalanin kung sino-sino ang mga nasa LGU. Ano ba ang impact ng LGU sa araw-araw nating pamumuhay? Learn more about your city dito sa KPI, Kaunlaran at Pagbabago para sa inyo. KPI, Kaunlaran at Pagbabago para sa inyo. Samahan si Rachele Bonus at 𝗏𝗏 Santos tuwing Sabado, 1:00 ng hapon, Philippine Time. KPI, Kaunlaran at Pagbabago para sa inyo. KPI, Kaunlaran at Pagbabago para sa inyo. Dito lang yan para sa inyo sa V81 Radio. Walang kasing saya ang Paskong Pinoy. Dumaan man ang problema at pandemya, kayang-kayang lampasan basta't nagdadamayan at nagmamahalan.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Tuloy na tuloy pa rin ang Pasko dito sa V81 Radio Worldwide.
Ito ang paborito ng bawat Pilipino. Basta all hits, all Pinoy, panalo. Merong kwentong iyakan at tawanan. Kahit nasaan ka man, ito'y mapapa